What does great StarCraft 2 look like? Is it 1,000 APM Marines Place? Alpha Star level blank micro? Or is it more about creativity? Now, I've heard StarCraft 2 described as a blank canvas in the past. I think it's the impressionist, the abstract artist, like Dark, like Zest, like Party, that have really captured the hearts and minds of the fans in the past. And as someone who likes to bring you good games, I need to thank Hearthstone and well, more specifically his alter ego, Hamster, for bringing us this game. Because first, I want to ask you the question they asked me. What rank is this game? Because I found this replay when I was competing on Rank Roulette, which you can watch live right now on Hearthstone's channel if you're watching this, if we timed it out correctly. Jimmy, put it in the description. Or put it in a comment. I know no one reads the description. We just say that. It's just something to say. I don't... Sorry. But this game struck me as one of those to remember. No, it is not Grandmaster. No, it is not Dark. It is not Zest. It is not Parting. But in just a few short minutes of clips, I thought it might be worth taking a longer look. So, before you go watch Hearthstone's video, I'm gonna ask you, or at least at the end, what rank do you think this is? And then maybe you can come back and in a spoiler-free comment on whether you're right, wrong, or just happy you were here. So with that said, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you've had a good day so far. Hopefully it's about to get a little bit better. And Jimmy, 1,206 likes on this video, on this cast, on something a little bit different, which is kind of risky. I won't lie, but I thought it might be worth it. That'd be awesome, and I'll cast another series. Thank you again to Hearthstone for having me. Had a lot of fun on Rank Roulette. You should check it out. Who knows? Maybe the game just ends with this first Armory Widowmine drop. Let me introduce our players real quick. Ambush, the Terran player, rocking out at 93 actions per minute so far. And MyBad, the Zerg player who's expanded 4 times with 70 APM, and oh no, he's microing against Widowmines. Down goes the first medevac. Another Widowmine. The drones have escaped. They will mine from the other hatchery. The larva slaughtered mercilessly by the mine. 7 drones, but he did lose the medevac and all the mines. So ambush is ambush. Not going particularly great thus far. Obviously, now is the time for the TPM to raise, the turrets per minute. Just 1 to start, but I doubt that'll be the end of it. +1. Oh, I'm sorry. We must mosey over to the production tab of our Zerg player, who is now getting Lair Tech. And if you want to ask which Lair Tech, I would answer you yes, as Infestation Pit, Hydralisk Den, and Spire. Alongside the 1, 2, 3... and of course, the gold base was taken alongside everything else. So, with more economy and more tech, but right now, exactly 4 Zerglings of army. MyBad off to a pretty decent start. An ambush as a bit of a creative player himself. Checking the watchtower. And, oh my god. Did he see? Oh, he actually took the watchtower for a moment. A liberator. So obviously our Terran player here does understand some of the more basic, well, some the more divisive Terran strategies. Liberator, Widowmine so far. A bit of a bio-curious build indeed to start things off. We have Stim +1, but there's only 4 Marines on the field, so the Hellions heading out. Looks like most of his strategies are based on his name. A quick ambush, but the Spine Crawler is the backbone of the defense. But the Hellions just run right by, and there's actually no units back here, so the Hellions will start roasting the drones, the gold minerals. Oh, unfortunate here, but... and Hellbats now, ambushed. Transforms. There is a Nydus network, 8 Spore Crawlers. 8 Spore Crawlers, as the turret perimeter is put up on both sides. The Hellbats actually kill one of the spines. They're working on the Queen here. Let's go to the ambush action camp. Nope, that's MyBad. I mean, it was MyBad. Damn, not... Well, I guess it was my bad, too. Ambush clearly expanding to the most obvious third base location, which is halfway between it and the hidden location in the top right. Unfortunately, this is the only third base that might be scouted by an Overlord. And now check these upgrades off your bingo card. We got Stim Pack, +1 plating, and Hyperflight Banshees in production simultaneously. The Liberator's trying to siege up, but the Muta defense team is here. The Liberator will try to siege. A second Liberator managed to evade the Mutas for long enough to get some kills. Whoop. The drone may pass through the Liberation Zone. No, wait, the Mutas move in. 10 Swarm Hosts are on the way. Ricky and the boys. An intentional effort, it seems, here from MyBad. 10 Swarm Hosts to follow things up. Ambush has managed to drop his command center on location. Oh, Nydus Swarm Host, of course. Not sure where he's going to put the Nydus network. Though that would require a level of foresight that seems a bit optimistic at this stage. The TPM continues to raise, scattering turrets in case a battlecruiser jumps in from another map and threatens his base. We're already in the double digit. Well, the spore per minute as well. 13 spore crawlers completed. Scattered throughout the map as well. Quite a perimeter created. And the creep spread heading down. More turrets. And SCVs somehow supply blocked here. 5 SCVs queued up. More swarm hosts on the way. The overlords are congregating. I'm not sure what they're talking about back there, but it seems a bit suspicious. Meanwhile, the Viking Liberator Banshee Marine Hellbat Hellion attack is... attack might be a strong word, but the army is coming together. We've got Lurkers on the way. Lurkers, a very dangerous choice. Though, with Banshee, the Vikings... Well, if the Vikings can find the Overlord Conclave back here, then maybe. The TPM continues to raise. More swarm hosts. The anticipation. All of the swarm hosts are currently in the Nydus. If somehow the Nydus was sniped off, all of the swarm hosts would disappear from the universe. If you rebuild the Nydus, they're gone. A scan. You want to take a guess where? I actually have no idea. I need to go back. I need to get an idea of where that scan went. I need to really see inside the mind. Maybe get out a magnifying glass here for ambush. Gonna slap down a turret, a supply depot. The scan.
Command center upgrade complete.
Ready to play.
Well, you can never be too careful. Narrows down the bases. And with that intel fully gathered, will now make his way towards that bottom left corner. Maybe 15 more spore crawlers are the answer. A surprising amount of Vikings, so the spores could help. Of course, the Vikings have the capability to land, which doesn't seem very fair, right? Like, 7 more spore crawlers on the way. All right, the Banshee looking for an opportunity. Possibly the only unit that's not going to be very effective here. Here comes the Nydus for reinforcements. The battle will escalate. The Spore taken down, but the Marines with +1 attack are target firing. They take down a Spore, work on the spine, trying to free up some supply. But here comes the Nydus. Ambush, Marine Micro. But the Swarm Hosts have arrived and popping out the Locusts. Exactly 88 APM apiece, so evenly matched here. The Locusts are going to drop down, and Zerglings popping out of the hatchery. The Vikings taking out a surprising amount of the Locusts. Well, mostly because some of them are standing there, but the Spore Crawlers remain unchallenged. And the Liberators will be taken down. Widowmine saw, well, he's microing his Hellion away from the Locusts. Unfortunately, not microing the Liberator. Looks like, I think that was a Muta. Just got obliterated by the Vikings, but the Vikings dodged the spores, hit the ground, and now battling a spine crawler. The spine? Oh no, it can't find anywhere to root. And the Vikings will take down the rest. The Nydus is still there. He could try to save this with Swarm Host. Unfortunately, flying locusts do not shoot flying units. The Widow Mine. Oh, the Hydras just get, oh my god, absolutely slaughtered. And here come the Swarm Hosts. A little late to the party, but they're here now. Nope, back into everybody. Oh no, the revolving door Nydus. In fact, the Vikings will land. One of them will die to the locusts. If you have a unload command and you try to load units back in, you can get stuck in an endless loop, which is not ideal. But the Viking hit squad, there's plenty of money in the bank for these players when they ascertain the correct unit composition to counter their opponent. But now we're taking our micro turn, as the lurkers will burrow. The Vikings will try to run, realize they can fly, but the spore crawlers, a prescient move from MyBad. And the spores rack up a triple kill, and all the Vikings are slaughtered. So far, almost dead even in minerals lost. But Ambush has managed to lose about 1,000 more gas. He's been mining happily on most... Okay, there's another scan. Of that same... That's the key there. He knows if that base is taken... that's when the narwhal bacons, as one says. When the clock strikes midnight. No. No one else is that old, right? No. Another scan. Cutting down the angle. Unfortunately, he missed the entire area and a murder of locusts. A swarm will rain down, and the planetary will be taken out with ease. Ambush is begrudgingly forced to expand to what some may call his third. But his Marine, Tank, Thor, Banshee, Viking, another Banshee, Helioted there, army, has come together. And the army supply is 80 to 68. The Nydus currently holds all of the 19 swarm hosts. The rest of the army is 5 lurkers and 4 zerglings. All right, the scan. He technically spots the lurkers. Starts a raven. This must be every commenter in Clem versus Cyril. Why doesn't Clem just build a raven? Well, Clem, take notes. As indeed, ambush here. Well, there's a scan. Yep, those are still lurkers. The siege tank, though. The Marines find a target. Siege tank should be able to take out the lurker, does so. 13 mutas on the way, which certainly will round out the diversity of the unit composition. The swarm hosts are unleashed from their Nydus prison and will pop out their locusts heading towards... That's going to be a very, very dead siege tank. All right, an entire swarm of locusts rains down. The mutas have +1 attack, but the Vikings only have +1 plating. Vikings not so great against mutas in general. Microing back a bit. Here come the Marines. And MyBad realizes, indeed, this is not the fight he wants to take. Another scan. The Raven has joined. And now ambush. All right, the Spore Crawlers helping to pay off. The Thors. Well, unfortunately, the Vikings, where are the Swarm Hosts? The Swarm Hosts still retreated into the Nydus. There's a Lurker over to the left flank. Does he have Hive Tech upgrades? That would require, indeed, a Hive. A scan spots the Lurker. I don't think the tank is quite in range. No, it's not. But a wave of locusts is raining down. The lurkers are still slicing and absolutely dicing, eviscerating the Marines. The Thor is gone. The Ravens are taken out. And the various, somewhat convoluted Zerg swarm will be victorious. The Vikings flying alongside the mutas, hoping they don't notice, but they target the Raven first. Nevermore, says MyBad. And Ambush is forced to retreat. Ambush with no money here has decided to continue. Oh, the Widow Mine. It connects. He's going to go for the Raven. Unfortunately, Ambush has begun a dramatic assault on the rocks. Maybe not the ideal timing for geological research, as the mutas are able to take the Raven right out from under his nose. And a few SCVs as well, but the worker count is dead even. 40 workers apiece here as we close in on the 18-minute mark. The swarm hoes have popped back out to the north side. +3 infantry weapons is on the way. No armor because they're not cowards. The orbital command will land. The locusts will land. The orbital command will lift. And the locusts are very upset because that's not very fair. All right, some orbital push-ups. The locusts trying to slither their way forward. May actually get a couple SCV kills. Lifts the orbital. And the locust will not make it. The scanny spots the Nydus network. Ambush is headed straight for it. Another, I have no idea. 1, 2, and he scans that bottom left. The Widow Mine is still there. MyBad with plenty of money in the bank, as his artisanally crafted army of pure Zerg diversity is continuing. You know, I think he still has the momentum here, as Ambush trying to maintain some semblance of a relatively standard unit composition. It's MyBad who is really channeling another volley of scans. Okay. Does he find it? He finds it! Scan number 7! That was the right one. All right, scan number 7, come forward and claim your free matinee ticket to see whatever the Marvel movie is. Anyways, speaking of heroes, the swarm hoes pop out the locusts. Ricky and the entire conclave of swarm hoes here, slaughtering Marines, and even gets a siege tank or two. The Marines right-click on the Nydus. The Raven wants to participate, but can't quite figure out how. A single locust gets like 3 or 4 SCV kills. +2 attack locust. And we passed the 20-minute mark with neither player getting anywhere close to maxing out at any point so far. Ambush continues taking heavy losses, but I don't think this is going to be one of those games that we mine out the entire map. Well, either way, we could be here a while. The siege tanks at the watchtower. But mutas, unfortunately, that Widow Mine is still alive and continues its efforts, but only one muta taken down. Here come the Marines. The Marines have +3 weapons and no armor upgrades. But, oh, the Spore Crawler moved and he kills the Vine. It costs him every single Mutalisk. But he does get the hero unit, the Widow Mine. All right, well, Ambush now dropping mules. His SCV count up to 42. His economy is swimming right now, as he's spending every bit of those minerals. 20 Hydras in production. A scan. Clears up some of the creep. MyBad realizes, though, and tries to outspread the Marines. Here comes a Nydus. Ambush has re-expanded to the north side. He finds it! Immediate scan. How many orbitals? He has 5 orbitals. Alright, yep, that's a Nydus. The army moving in. The Marine counterattack as well. Not even sure if counterattack is the right word, but whatever this is. The SCVs are pulled. Slaps down an auto turret. Found the hotkey there. The swarm host will pop out, but I don't know if they can pop back in. Well, he's actually not targeting the Nydus. The revolving door. More locusts. The swarm hosts are all, even the Hydras. Oh no. Oh, he was led piecemeal to his own doom. And, well, okay, so the Marines actually took out the entire base. But an eye for an eye will leave the whole world blind until the blinding scans give us more light. All right, a lurker. Holding it down. The Marine counterattacks will no longer be the devastating choice. Hydras, they don't have groovy spines or muscular augments, But they have pretty solid upgrades at +2/+2 and slither all the same. Unfortunately, if they're not on an attack move, the Marines will use them as target practice. And that's a bit disastrous for MyBad, as the Marines are able to take them all out, but the Locusts back at home. The tanks exposed yet again. And another Locust wave brings them low. 35 to 39 workers. A scan. I have no idea. Could have been anywhere. Unfortunately for Ambush, he has not, despite all the scans, he has not yet managed to get all the creep tumors, so this army has been spotted. Not that he's done anything about it, but it has been spotted. Another lurker out of scan range, unfortunately. Indeed, he spawns it. And the broodlings. Oh, the lurker was not killed, but the base was taken out for, I believe, the second time this game. Another scan. He will finish off the lurker. Still no hive tech from MyBad. He got to lair at the 5-minute mark, essentially before we finished the dramatic intro to this game. But he has yet to progress from that point. Wow. He's got an entire chiropractor's office of spine crawlers here. Another, all right, the Hydras have been standing guard at this location for quite a while. We'll be taken out. The medevacs just hanging out in the only spot in this area without, well, actually, it keeps opening up. Ambush, though, has taken the supply lead for maybe the first time ever. At least the first time in quite a while. A hive, though, and the entire tech terrace here. He's pressing, it appears he's pressed all the buttons. He does have them all queued up. MyBad getting Baneling speed, Hydralisk range and speed, as well as +1 air carapace. Ambush continues sending his units in piecemeal, and they keep getting devoured by the lurkers. Another tank timing. Here comes some mutas. The mutas will target the tanks, giving the Marines somewhat free reign. Micros to the back. Goes for the Marines. Unfortunately, he's microing, which is a devastating counter to actually doing damage. And that means that 3 Marines and 2 tanks will survive to fight another day. And that might be in literal time. But 9 more mutas may turn the tides. The hive is complete. 2 more evolution chambers really round out the look of the main base. There are still 20 or so swarm hosts, 15 swarm hosts in a Nydus. But here comes Ambush. He's pared it down to Marines, tanks, and Vikings. And about a half-dozen scans per minute. How many orbitals? 4 orbitals. He's just not dropping any mules. You know, having too much money, you have too many problems. So, good to play it safe there. The lurker stims. Does get through a bunch of the Marines. A Nydus into the main. Things are getting more and more dramatic as the armies get larger. Ambush. Let's go to the ambush cam. About to get ambushed himself. The Nydus is about to pop. But he's busy doing his tank push. A Nydus! He hears it, but he's trying to put it together. Unfortunately, the spine. Ambush looking for an opportunity. The static defenses are so dramatic, though. MyBad also hasn't really found an opportunity to get the damage done. A good scan. The Nydus is just idling in the main. The anticipation bounce. Oh no! The mutas go down! And now Ambush making a lot of progress, but maybe needs to slow it down a bit. Oh no, we're waiting for it. You can see it on the minimap, my minimap users out there, so like 4 of you. Base is under attack. What could it be? Now we're gonna micro some Marines behind the mineral line. The Vikings hit the deck, but the main base! Oh no! It's a disaster! There's even a swarm host burrowed in here. I'm not sure that's intentional, but either way, the main base is gutted. MyBad, though, moves his lurkers in. Did he get the lurker upgrades? He has quite a spread, a menagerie of Zerg upgrades out here, but... $150 to $118 supply, but the army supplies are quite close to even. 89 to 95. The swarm host wave coming down. The Muta's joining, and these tanks are going to get cleared out. There's still swarm hosts in the base. The creep is blocking ambush from expanding any further. His army is strung out alongside. The APM's 107 for ambush, 89 here for our Zerg hero. Oh, the Marines were two brother. Unfortunately, they didn't make it home. A Raven with the army here. Free auto turret, but the Mutas are microed back. A scan. Is he gonna go for it? All right. It looks like he wants those lurkers. The scan will run out. Anti-armor missile hits, which will make it that much easier. But if he loses the Raven, he loses the detection. Oh no, he lost the scan. Well, he had detection. He scanned anyways and managed to lose the Marines. An impressive feat. So, in his panic, I believe he did forget that he had a Raven there, despite his insistence how important a Raven was to have. And the main base under attack yet again, as it seems like we're no closer to a conclusion here, as neither player has really changed up their core unit composition for pretty much the entire game. It has been Swarm Host, Lurker, Hydra, Muta up against Marine, Tank, Viking. Some more Widow Mines being added in. The revolving Nydus door. Oh, wait, what? All right. So there were some Lings. There's no detection, so this Widow Mine will help out dramatically here. Vikings hit the deck. He pops out some Locusts. More Widow Mines deal with the Lings. The Locusts... Well, there's still two Zerglings. Yep, there's the Swarm Host. Another scan. Still 5 orbitals. Though one of them is in flight right now. An Ultralisk Cavern is on the way. I think inappropriate. He's gotten every flavor of Lisk so far, but the greatest one. The Ultras. Another Nydus. The SCVs. Gonna long distance mine. The Swarm Host pop out in a precarious situation. The SCVs will very loyally go straight for the Nydus, but many of them will be slain by the Locusts. Even some Hydras joining in. Vikings on deck. Select all army hotkey, almost certainly used here, as every unit that can move does. Not really an impressive number of units, but at the end of the day, he's able to take out the Nydus. The Hydras? I'm not trapped in here with you. Well, I kind of am. It really depends on your definition. Being trapped is a mindset, okay? It's an idea. You can't trap an idea. I don't... The SCVs will fight at melee range versus the Hydras, which is not an ideal matchup. Anti-armor missile, Dorito dusting. That Raven micro, but he gets the Raven! Gonna go for the Viking as well. And MyBad turns the tables. The game still 30 to 41 workers, 96 to 87 supply. Not an incredible amount of money in the bank. 35 Hydras, 37 Mutas. Only 6 Swarm Hosts have died, which I think is the real standout here, is the Swarm... Zerglings attacking a siege tank, while SCVs attack the Zerglings. And once they close the distance, the Zerglings are able to take out the tank. 4 more barracks on the way, because the real issue was not enough Marines. He has +3 attack, he has stim, he has combat shield, and that's all he needs. Armor and medevacs and healing are for cowards. Well, 11 more Hydras on the way. First Hydras move in. But that lurker, backstopping it all, he draws him into lurker range. Doing a lot of damage. There's gotta be a scan. Still 5 orbitals. He's gonna land another one. More lurkers, 2 more lurkers on the way. He moves 1 lurker up. Vikings on the ground, plenty of Marines, a scan. Indeed, those are lurkers. He stims! Big lurker hits. 2 more lurkers, though, being built. Will he be able to target them in time? Oh no, he's microing! But unfortunately, the lurkers are going to be taken out before they can burrow an ambush. Oh, another Nydus. Orbitals flying. Nydus into the main. A scan forward. Nothing there. But the Marines, well, the Widowmine spots it because, well, Widowmine softens up one swarm host. Locust, the swarm host marching forward. Maybe a bit ambitious, but that means all the locusts are able to bring themselves to bear. And even some Hydras here. Though the Widowmine, an Overseer out of nowhere finally finds detection. And MyBad has successfully cleared Ambush's main, but the turret may take out the last Overseer for detection. The Marines. No, don't do it, Anakin. He has the high ground. He has the high ground so hard right now. So hard, bro. Just don't do it. Just don't. Just don't. The Overseer is taken down by the turrets, which means Widowmines have become an existential threat yet again. Ambush may very well be supply blocked by the end of this. 68 to 93 supply. But he can't build anymore. And the swarm hosts are in the main. Orbitals on the run. The high ground is barely claimed. The Hydras will hold it. The Hydras, 2-2 versus just +3. He's trying to come up the ramp. He needs high ground vision. If only there was some way to get it. The Marines stutter stepping. They will make their way through, but the Locusts have rained down. MyBad is down to 46 supply, but he has money in the bank, and he has completed the Ultra Cavern. MyBad spending plenty of time contemplating what he needs to build, and he comes up with 34 Zerglings. Ambush is mining from the top right in a very creative fashion. We are 35 minutes in, and the supplies just keep getting lower. But at this point, it's still unclear. There is no clear advantage. Right now, Ambush, with 4 more barracks on the way, seems intent on continuing Marine production. There are still 3 lurkers and 7 swarm hosts in total. As we get closer to actually mining out, there are only 7 drones left for MyBad. So, I see you. The drone burrowed. Not even blocking the base, but here come the Zerglings. A scanty's looking the wrong way. So many SCVs. There's nothing here to defend. And a lurker will take this base. The SCV count is cut down. Oh my god. Not even trash talk, just a statement of fact. Good luck, have fun, and I see you. The only comments. Honestly, I think it fits his playstyle. The SCV count. MyBad takes a supply lead. He's building 8 corruptors, which do counter flying buildings. Is adrenal glands done? No. The Marines are strung out. Cyclones! Cyclones have joined the cast for the first time. Check that one off your bingo card. Another orbital will lift. 9 SCV 763. He still has 5 orbital commands, though. The last few SCVs, does he see them? He runs right by, but a Widow mine and another mine. But he lost his armory, which means he can kill the mines. I think the armory died in the main base. +3 melee attack is what MyBad invests some of his last minerals and gas in. The corruptors are actually looking to knock down the orbital, which is, you know, a very technical counter. They can also use caustic spray on anything on the ground, but we're at 61 to 57 supply and no closer to a conclusion. The orbital tries to land. The mule drops to repair. It's too late. The orbital is knocked down. Ambush has money in the bank, but he just can't seem to spend it. How many orbitals left? Are there enough scans? The spines. Does he go for it? There's one lurker. He doesn't have range. Another lurker. He's trying to come in from the side. The scan runs out. Another scan. He'll get the lurker. But the spines are doing a lot of damage. Ambush only has 2 SCVs left. But MyBad is down 5 workers. Oh my. 56, 54 to 52 supply. MyBad losing his corruptors. Oh no! But the lurker manages to re-burrow in time. There's a Nydus somewhere. Some of the legs are burrowed. More of the Marines gonna go down. One impaled and thrown over the top. 49 supply, but the swarm hosts are still in the Nydus. I wonder if he knows he's allowed to just walk them across the map. Oh, but an orbital! He lifts it just in time. Mules will drop. But the corruptors will compete. He needs to land it, but the mules will block him from landing. And he's spending minerals. Minerals which he doesn't really have. The corruptors can't out-DPS the repair. He's gonna lose 2 more corruptors. MyBad now has 7 swarm hosts and 2 lurkers. More scans. That key base. But a Nydus from the burrowed circling. Are we sure it's not dark? More SCVs on the way. Ambush. A single lurker. This base. Another Nydus. Scans across the board. The lurkers scattered throughout. He's sending a single lurker to the base. That's so many Marines, but they don't have any armor. The lurkers just shred them. Only 2 hits, easily to kill. And the swarm host cut off some of the reinforcements. The Marines aren't sure what to do. He's forced to lift the orbitals, which leaves him with a very low amount of scans, but a stim! He gets through! There's only 1 lurker left! MyBad doesn't have enough money for anything! Ambush is very low himself. The Nyduses, or the spines! The spines! The spines are doing so much damage! The Marines are trying to get through, but that leaves them 1 hit away! The gauntlet of spines! It might be enough! Broodlings are real and present. He's behind enemy lines. Ambush is still building Marines, but he's completely out of minerals. There are still swarm hosts, and the Marines are trapped. And even he's building 1 Hydra. He wants to build 1 more lurker. He's at the point we could be looking at a draw. Where are the swarms? He never built an Ultralisk. The Locust will drop another spine. He's trying to run out. He will get out. Trying to run the gauntlet. The spines on the only creep that's left. You gotta be careful with those things. There's still the lurker burrowed. Ambush still has mules, and he still has Marines. The spines are bro. He stims again. You can't just keep stimming, bro. It's time to stop. But MyBad, well, the spine will root. He's trying to target down just 1 more. Gets a hit. Another. Gets the spine. The last Marine impaled. Another wave of locusts. The swarm hosts are unchallenged. The lurker will unburrow. The last lurker. There are 2 drones. One of the drones is over here in the top right and unburrowed. Oh my god. How has it come to this? Ambush is supply blocked. If he loses all his SCVs, he has to lose enough units to build more. But there are 46 Marines. 1 lurker is not going to be enough. MyBad, how many spines? That 1 lurker he's tried to avoid. The swarm host, there are only 4 spine crawlers remaining. If he's able to prevent, well, another, he stims. He pre-stims up the ramp. A single, he's building 1 lurker on the ramp. One lurker to rule them all. One lurker to hold the door. Is it enough? It's almost done. 1 second. He needs that lurker so badly. Oh no, he's not looking at it. He runs. He's burrowing, but the scan, it's too much. And the Nydus. Meanwhile, oh, he was microing swarm hosts. He loses that. He can pop out of the Nydus, but he's running out of buildings. There's only the swarm. Wait, there's still that one lurker. This lurker scampering around. 38 supply. Broodlings! 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 The building broodlings! He can't build another base. He can't build another drone. Is it checkmate? Does ambush win? Wait, he unburrows, has not rebuilt his base and is being revealed. So Widow Mine. The last lurker. Some of the SCVs on the other side. The last lurker. Oh no, he doesn't even... 25 to 26 supply. 1 worker to 6. The closest, possibly the closest game that didn't end in a draw. And then closer than some draws, to be honest. Ambush stuck to his guns and his drugs. And no armor upgrades. MyBad with a very creative, dark-inspired, I don't know if inspired, but maybe parallel evolution sort of situation. But at the end of the day, the Marines stand proud. 400 of them taken down. And he would have spent as many more as he needed. The game ends with 25 to 26 supply, 48 to 39 minerals. I guess I only have one last question. What rank do you think this was? Check out Harstom's video. I think there are only a few clips from this game that we were able to see on Rank Roulette, but I could tell it was something interesting. And I hope you agree it was something worth watching. I hope I made your day a little bit more stressful, but a little bit better. Thank you to Harstom for inspiring this and for having me on. Go check out his video. Link in the description, or more accurately in the comment, let's be honest. Well, thank you for watching. If you got the means of motivation, YouTube, Patreon, YouTube membership, all that. Either way. I'll see you next time. Hope I made your day a little bit better. Good luck, have fun. Stay chill.